May is Celiac Awareness Month. Celiac disease affects about 2 million Americans, and it prevents them from eating anything with gluten, a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. And here to tell us more about celiac and gluten and gluten-free foods is nutritionist Emma Buckley. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Harry.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
We've been hearing more and more about this, especially over the last half a dozen years or so. What is celiac disease? What happens?
Well, celiac disease is an autoimmune disease, and gluten is the trigger. And with an autoimmune disease, basically your body is attacking itself.
Right.
And with celiac disease, what happens is the body attacks its own intestinal tract. So it leads to malabsorption of nutrients, fatigue, all sorts of chronic stomach problems like abdominal pain, bloating, diarrhea, just really bad stuff.
People who have wheat is like poison to them. And of course, in our daily lives, wheat is everywhere.
Yeah, wheat, well, in particular, gluten is the poison for celiacs. And wheat, barley, and rye, they're the three grains that contain gluten. So you need to avoid all gluten. You need to avoid these products. And you're right, we're seeing that wheat is everywhere. And it's the second most popular grain after corn in the whole of the world. But there are plenty of other grains to use. And really, the gluten lends itself to the elasticity and the chewy feel that you get with bread and pastas.
Sure.
So with other grains that you're going to use, they need to try and mimic that elasticity. But it's been done.
And the thing that's interesting is a couple of years ago, as people became aware of it, nothing existed on the shelves that was gluten-free, and everything that we have here is gluten-free, right?
There has been an explosion. There's no doubt about it. The gluten-free food industry in 2004 was $500 million. Next year, it's going to be nearly $2 billion. So it's huge.
Breakfast foods.
There are breakfast foods.
Pastas like crazy.
Yeah, and the key is just to try and use other grains rather than wheat, barley, and rye. So you can use oats that haven't been processed near wheat, barley, and rye. So they have to be gluten-free oats. You use brown rice flour, so you can use all these different cereals. There's gluten-free breakfast. And then the pastas are made with brown rice flour as well.
And the other thing that you have to be also, though, very aware of is look on the labels. Even though it may say claim gluten-free, there's no watchdog group out there saying this is absolutely true.
Well, there is. The FDA are pretty stringent with labeling.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, but you have to be, if you are celiac or you want to eliminate gluten from your diet, you need to be aware of all the hidden names that wheat comes under. And also you need to be aware of all the different types of wheat, like durum wheat, semolina, couscous, all that type of stuff. But just to bear in mind that meats, chicken, fish, fruits and vegetables are all naturally gluten-free. So if you're having your lunch or your dinner, just have those proteins. Now,
I think you have to have a gluten-free potato chip and see.
Well, potato doesn't have gluten, so potato chips are cool. Corn chips are cool. All that kind of stuff. And there's plenty of really good ranges as well that have, pretzels are typically made of bread. Are you going to try the brownie?
Yeah, got to.
Nice, right?
Can't tell the difference.
You can't tell the difference. In fact, I made gluten-free pasta for my toddler the other night, and that passed the toddler taste test. He didn't even notice, didn't bat an eyelid.
Well, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
All right, Emma Buckley, thank you so much. For more on gluten-free foods, go to our website. That's earlyshow.cbsnews.com.